All right, hi SHC Physics kids, this is Mrs. Freudenberg, and I'm going to show you how to do Desmos, which we're going to be using an awful lot in this class. You may have used this before, I don't know, we'll see. The first thing you need to do is sign up for an account, so if you click sign up over here, check the boxes, and then you want to sign up with Google, okay? And then make sure that you choose your Google account that's associated with your SHCP email address. Okay, so it's going to be your year 24, first initial, last name at shcp.edu. So you pick what yours is, and then finish the sign up. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and log in because I already have an account. Okay, all right, and then once you log in, you'll see your name over here. So make sure you have that because you want to be able to save your work. And you actually have to hit save in this, unlike a Google Doc. All right, so when you're ready to make your graph of your gas station data, you're going to go to Graphing Calculator right here. Okay, and then in physics, we're always going to make a table. All right, there's other things you can do that you may do for other classes, like entering single points, but we're going to use a table. All right, your x variable should be your independent variable. Remember, again, that is the variable that you have selected, like I want to look every second, or I want to record the price every gallon, or I want to check every dollar. Okay, so that's what this is going to be. So I'm just going to put some fake, very clean numbers in here. Okay, and then your y variable, remember, that is your dependent variable, or the thing that is responding to your change. So you might record the price every time a gallon has passed. Then that price would be your dependent variable. So let's just kind of make a little whatever here. Okay, so sometimes you might not see your whole graph, so you want to go over here to this little plus where it says zoom fit and just click that, because that's going to bring your graph into better focus. Okay, and you can always kind of move it around after that, but that's a good place to start, is the zoom fit. Okay, all right, you're going to want to label the graph because this means literally nothing to me. Oops. Because I don't know what it is. So you're going to go up here to this little wrench tool, and you're going to fill in a label for each axis. So you always want to put the variable name and the unit. So let's pretend like maybe time was my independent variable in seconds, and then maybe volume would be the variable name measured in gallons. Okay, whatever yours was. It could have been any of the three choices. All right, whatever yours is fine. All right, so once I do that, now I can see that I can see my graph labels. And now I want to put a trend line on this. All right, so most of the things we use for a while are just going to be lines. All right, so we want to use the algebraic equation for a line, which is y equals mx plus b. All right, maybe you know that from math already. If not, if you're in algebra right now, you'll be getting to that soon. So in this number 2 box, we want to type y, but we need to type y1 because we're trying to show Desmos to use this column, okay? And I don't want to put in equals. I want to put a little squiggle because that's going to fit the line. So the little squiggle is in your upper left of your keyboard, and you have to shift to get to it. Okay, it's above like a little apostrophe looking thing. So you're going to do squiggle. M, that's the slope. X1, that's the x variable here from the table. Okay, and then plus B for the y-intercept. All right, so now you're going to get something that looks like this, and it should have a line going through your data. We'll have to see how it looks. Sometimes it's not a line, but for most of what we're doing for a while is going to be a line. Okay. All right. Now you have to get this graph to me. So the first thing you want to do is save it. All right. And then you can put a name like gas station data, whatever, gas station graph. Okay. And you always want to save it in case you need to come back to it. All right. So make sure that you save it. It doesn't auto save like Google anything. Okay. So you need to save it. All right, and then you have a couple choices to get this graph for your teacher to see it in ClassKick. All right, one is, you can just screenshot the whole thing. Okay, so I'm going to use my screen snipper guy, and I can just like basically screenshot this entire thing. All right, that way I'm going to see, can I open this? Right, see, here's my screenshot. That way I'm going to see the data table, the graph, and this stats box, which you're going to need. Okay, so that's one option. Another thing you can do if you want the graph to be bigger, if you go up here to share graph, all right, you can choose export image. Okay, and I kind of like this one because it makes the graph really nice. You can kind of choose how you want it to look. Thin is probably fine, okay? And then I can download it, and then that's going to go wherever your downloads go in your computer. All right, and you have to figure that out because I trust that you'll do that. All right, but if I do that, I also need this screen box or this stats box, so I'm also going to snip out this box, okay? All right, once you get everything the way that it should be, then you're going to go into your class kick, okay? And remember in class kick, anytime you see a green box like this, that's your teacher indicating that we want you to put something there. Okay, which is probably not writing. It may include writing, but it's probably majority not writing. So I'm going to go to the little camera dude, upload from computer, okay? And I can look for a couple different things. I can find my whole screenshot. This would just be my little screenshot. I can find my whole screenshot, okay? Or wherever my Desmos graph went, I can get that. So I'm just going to get this because that has everything in it. Okay, next, whatever. I'm sure you guys will figure this out because you're, technology smart. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and just put this screenshot in here. Okay, so that's fine. And then in this rest of this slide, explain the relationship shown in the graph. The focus of this activity is to make the Desmos graph, not really analyze it, but we kind of want to see what you'll do with this, just to kind of get a preview of what's coming. So if you just could write, a couple sentences here, explain what this graph is telling me. What's the story behind this graph? Okay, and that is it for Desmos setup and intro.